Hello and welcome. My name is Arman and this is Simple Money. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to budget using the JAR system. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. So you may have actually heard of different kinds of budgeting systems before. You may have heard of this specific budgeting system. You may have completely avoided the idea of budgeting because you hate it, which I actually relate to myself because I used to be like that myself. But if you actually kind of inherit some kind of budgeting system for yourself, it provides you with a lot of freedom. A lot of people think that budgeting is meant to prevent you from enjoying your money or spending your money, or it's supposed to put limits on you, when in actuality, it's supposed to provide a lot of freedom to you. You're supposed to be able to enjoy your money, you're supposed to be able to make major purchases in your life, and put yourself in a position that you never have to worry about money ever again. And hopefully, that's the actual goal that we can accomplish for you today. And maybe we can leave you feeling a little bit inspired and a little bit motivated to actually start your own little budgeting system. All right, so let's look at your overall financial situation. So let's say you're making 100% of money, or let's say 100% of your income is coming in, right? How do you split this money and what do you do with it? The first jar or the first account would be your necessities account or your necessities jar. Now, the necessities account, like the name implies, is for all the things that you actually need in your life. 55% of your income goes into this account, and it's to pay your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, your bills, basic clothing needs, food, things like that. The things that you actually need to survive. And in a lot of situations, if you have debt as well, your debt payments, your credit card payments also come from your necessities account. All right, so the second account or the second jar would be your financial freedom account, and 10% of your income goes into this account. Now, a lot of financial advisors will actually tell you to pay this account first before you pay any of the people that you owe money to. So any of the debt payments or any of those things that you got to make, they would say that pay yourself first. And this is actually a very crucial psychological type of a trigger. Pay yourself first before you pay anybody else. Now, the financial freedom account, as the name implies, is designed to help you achieve financial freedom, which means the money in this account you never touch. Let me rephrase. The money in this account you never actually touch. It's meant to grow, it's meant to earn interest, and it turns into your nest egg, which I'm sure you probably heard of before. And this money is only touched when you're actually ready to retire, right? To that same point, the money in this account is not supposed to be a savings account or a bank CD or something that's very low yielding like that. The money in this account goes into some kind of a brokerage account or maybe an index fund. Shout out index funds. If you don't have one, let us know and we'll help you set one up. But the money in this account is meant to grow and accrue a certain level of interest that at least goes past the rate of inflation. So inflation is 3%, 4%, something like that. So you got to earn at least 5%, 6%, 8%, maybe 10%, so that the money in this account can actually grow past the rate of inflation and actually turn into something substantial for you whenever you actually get to retirement. The third account or the third jar would be your long-term saving for spending account. And 10% of your income would go into this account. So we're getting a little bit into spending now, and it's going to be a little bit more fun after this, hopefully. So the long-term savings for spending is so that you can make major purchases. So let's say you like TV or entertainment and you want to get yourself a really dope, surround sound home theater type of a system. There's two ways that you can go about this. First one would be put it on a credit card or go to Best Buy or wherever the place is and finance that purchase, right? So you borrow money on your credit card and then you make those monthly payments to pay that thing off after 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it is, depending on how expensive your taste is, right? So that would be one way to do it, is you actually go finance that money and finance that purchase. The second way would be, okay, if I'm gonna make $200 a month payments or $300 a month payments towards that debt, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it inside a savings account, earn some kind of interest, but keep saving until I have the cash, and then I go and make that purchase with cash, right? So you actually have all of the cash necessary to make that purchase, which is called a long-term saving to spend the money, right? Now here's a little bit of an extra trick for you. If you still really want to build up credit or use your credit for that, or maybe you're getting points or some kind of a return from your credit card company, then you still do the same thing. You keep saving this money put yourself in a position that you can actually buy it with cash, but then make the purchase on your credit card, and that same month before interest starts accruing on it, you pay it off immediately. So now you have actually earned your points as well, but you only did it without paying any kind of interest to the crediting company, and now you've made your major purchase with cash. All right, so before we get into the next section, I just want to real quick stop and say, you know what? Please go ahead and smash that like button. Make sure that you actually subscribe to our channel if you're finding value from these videos. And you actually want to hit that bell too, that notification bell, so that you get notified the next time that we put a video out, and you'll be one of the first to watch it and just get all that value immediately. So now let's get into the next section. All right, the fourth account would be your education account. And again, 10% of your income would go into this account. Now, the education account, as the name implies, is to help educate yourself. Now, the reason for this and the reason why there is an actual account dedicated to this is because most people stop studying after high school unless they go to college. They stop studying after college unless they go to like a master's degree or some kind of university, or they'll just stop studying after those university, master's degrees, things like that. They just stop developing themselves. And it's actually one of the most important things that you can do for yourself is to keep developing yourself, especially if financial freedom and financial success and achieving financial freedom early is one of your goals. So you want to constantly be educating yourself. Now, your education funds could be used for books that you purchase. It could be used for a seminar or some kind of a home study course that you purchase. It could be paid for consulting. There are so many different things that you can actually spend this money on to constantly develop yourself and further enhance your skill set, your mindset, and the knowledge base that you have, so that you can become more valuable to the marketplace and actually make more money. The fifth account is your play account. And this also gets 10% of your income. Now, you can probably tell that this is actually my favorite account because a smile came on my face as soon as I said it. The play account, like the name implies, is money that you're using to play. And so this is actually money that you're supposed to blow. And for people who are hoarders, for people who like saving and it gives them anxiety to spend their money, this is probably the most important account for you, because your inner child wants to be fed. You're working hard, you're making money, you're saving all this money. So what is all of it good for if you're not going to spend some of it on yourself to actually enjoy the things that you would want to enjoy? So we've dedicated an account to this. So you put 10% of your money into here, and at least every month, or maximum every 3 months, every quarter, you have to spend this money. Now here's the rule with the money that goes inside this account. You can go ahead and rent a rowboat for 30 days, or you can rent a yacht for 30 minutes. And which one do you think I would tell you to do? The yacht, because it puts you in a different state when you actually are on a yacht. You enter the yacht and the people are like, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, please come on board. This is all yours for the next 30 minutes, whatever. But you actually get that royal treatment. You get to feel what it's like in the cells and bones of your body to be on a yacht that you paid for, right? Same thing applies to, let's say, clothing, if you like shopping, right? The Necessities account was to kind of help you buy socks and t-shirts and things like that that you would need for your daily living. But the play account is money that you go spend on your Christian Louboutins, your red bottoms, or you go ahead and get yourself some Gucci's or whatever that may be, if you really like name brand clothing, or if you just like real clothing, or I don't know what it is for you, but there is something for you that you really love doing and you really want to spend your money on, but maybe there's a situation psychologically or just financially that doesn't allow you to make those purchases. So this account is dedicated to those purchases, and you got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy your money. All this work that you're doing for what? You got to enjoy that money. Play with it a little bit. Last but not least would be your give account, and 5% of your income would go into this account. Now, depending on your religious beliefs or your culture and the things that you were raised with, you may have been taught that you're supposed to do 10% toward tithing or towards charity or something like that. So that's up to you. If you want to take maybe 5% out of your necessities, only use 50% of your income for your necessities and put that remaining 5% into your tithing or your give account. But at the very least, you want to give away. You want to give 5% of your income. And there's a really big deal. Again, it's like one of those psychological things as well. If you've been raised to hoard your money, if you've been raised to be concerned about money and running out of money, one of the biggest favors that you can do to yourself is detach yourself from your money. And one of the greatest ways to do it is to just give some of it away. So if you can give 5% of your money away and feel okay about it, and maybe towards the beginning you might not feel the best, but if you give it to somebody that can never repay you, if you give it to somebody that's really in need, there's a really great feeling that comes with that. And then it also gives you this great perspective that, you know what, maybe I'm not in that bad of a situation because this other person really was grateful for this 5% that I gave them. So maybe it's actually a good thing that I can grow, make more money so that I can give even more away. There's a great saying that goes, yeah, you gotta make more so you can give more, but you also gotta give more so you can make more, so you can give more, so you can make more, and it just feeds itself. And if you can detach yourself from money, this is a really big deal for a lot of people. It was a big deal in my life as well. There was a lot of attachment that I had to money. So if you can detach yourself from your money and give 5% of it away, give 10% of it away to somebody who can never repay you, then you would be surprised as to just how great you feel about yourself and your finances, but the opportunities that will present themselves to you, because the universe wants to be abundant. And so if you're willing to give it away, they'll give you even more of it, and then you can give more of it away, so on and so forth. The last thing that I want to touch on is for people that may be actually struggling financially to a certain extent, that they can't just pay their necessities based on 55% of their income. Maybe they need 60, 70, 80% of their income to pay for their necessities. And so if that's the case, if that's you, don't fret. It's not that big of a deal. Whatever is left over, and I would say 10%. So if you can't live off of 90% of your income, then we got to talk about increasing your income. And we'll definitely be putting out more videos for that for you guys. But you got to put yourself in a position that at least 10% of your income you can split into these accounts or these jars and allocate them accordingly, just so you can start managing your money and just so you can put yourself in a position to become a good money manager. And if you can manage what you got, then the universe will put you in positions that you can make more and even earn more, and then put yourself in a better position financially so that you can manage it better. And now instead of living off of 90%, you're living off of 80%. Instead of living off of 80%, you're living off of 60%, and then 50%. And maybe your income grows to such a great level that you can live off of 20% of your income, 30% of your income, and the rest of it you allocate to these different accounts, and then put yourself in a position to just really enjoy your money. All right, so to review, we got 6 jars, right? Or 6 accounts, depending on where you're at financially. The first jar is your necessities account. 55% goes into the necessities account. The second jar is your financial freedom account. 10% goes into that account. Third jar is your long-term savings for spending account. 10% goes into that account. Fourth would be your education account, and 10% goes into that account. Fifth is the play account. 10% goes into that account. And last but not least, you have your 6th account, which is your give account, and 5% to 10%, depending on who you are and what you want to do, goes into that account. So I hope this kind of clarified things for you a little bit. I hope you got a little bit of clarity for your future, a little bit of motivation to actually manage your finances. And we definitely want to hear from you, so definitely let us know in the comment section what is the most valuable account to you and which one you're going to focus on most.